Alright guys, and today is the last game I hopefully will be showing of early access. If I need any more games, I'll just go back to my folder. But this is the last game of early access I'll probably be showing you before we start moving on to open beta and then to release gameplay. So, this is the T90, my only tier 8 vehicle I got to in the early access, and it was great. One of my favourite vehicles I drove, along with the T72. The T72 is like the T90, but like 3 tiers lower. It's fantastic, but the T90 is, oh my god. You'll see in this gameplay of the armour, the gun, the power, the mobility of this thing, if you haven't already seen it before. I've shown a lot of T90 gameplay in the past, and this is going to be another one of those games. So we're going to make our way up to the sort of hilly bit on the east. It's a good brawling area, especially with the good front turret armour for T90. It's really, really thick, and it's very, very well rounded. And the mobility of this tank will allow you to get there with relative ease. So if we go hull down, we hopefully should be alright. But the gun depression of the T90 is adequate. It's not as fantastic as, say, like the Abrams or something. It's not going to be able to go over hills very efficiently. But it's only a very gradual hill at this eastern side. So we should be alright. Well, what sort of tanks should we fight? Well, don't really know. The only tank that I absolutely dread fighting is the Leopard 2A5. This gun, even with 600mm of penetration, still cannot get through the front with AP through the front of a Leopard 2A5. And you'll see that so many times in this game. Oh. They always come to me, don't they? They always come to me. Why me? Why can't I get the easy stuff? Look. There's all these big bad boy tanks around. Here he is. Quickly back up. I shoot him in the side, but nah. It's not going to go through the side. Whoop, fire into the top of the turret. No, not either that. That's going to bounce off. Oh, great. Well, what can we do against the 2A5? Well, we're going to have to push up and we're going to have to rush him. Now that's really difficult because that middle area on this eastern side is very, very open. Very open. And the T90, it may have good turret armour and good front hull, but the sides and rear of the hull are appallingly bad, apocalyptically bad. It just gets penetrated by everything. And having one of the lowest HP amounts for a tier 8 MBT, 2,330, even with retrofits on this tank, no penetration there, even with retrofits, I only have 2,330 HP, which is not very much at all for a tier 8 MBT. I think it tries to make up for it for good armour, but the sides and rear of the hull get penetrated all the time. And a Leopard 2A5, his sides and rear of the hull, although that's crap still, it's still better than our sides and rear. And, well, we can brawl at close range very, very well in the T90, though. The traverse speeds, I think, added up, it's something like 90 degrees a second. The turret traverses at about 40, and the hull traverses something like 50. It's really, really fast traverse speeds, which is really helpful for those up-front brawls, which I don't actually show you in this game. I'll come up to the T72 later on, and you'll see what I mean. So what can we do? We're just going to sit around. Well, I think to myself, well, the Leopard 2A5 is behind the rock. This is my trail of thought, by the way. Leopard 2A5 is behind that rock. If he doesn't pop out, I can push up. And hopefully if I get close, I might be able to start getting some better, more accurate shots into his weak spots. I am spotted, and I'm like, oh crap! Look at all the enemy tanks. There's the 2A5. Right, what can we do? 2A5 still behind there. Now we've managed to push up far enough. He is showing his side. Can we get round? Yes. Good shot into the side. Fantastic. That's what we needed. So the 2A5 now knows we're here. What do? We come to go out, shoot him. But he quickly gets his front armour, and we're never going to get through the front. Even with the weak spot, look. Bam. And we do nothing. Just some optic damage. Absolutely zero damage to him himself. He fires smoke grenades, but we're inside his smoke circle, so it doesn't do anything. He starts to back up. Alright, so we'll use his smoke against him and use that as cover, but doesn't actually unspot us. Come out. Side of the turret was visible. Not anymore. We're just sort of popping out, traversing his turret, putting the pressure on him, fire into his track. He's now stuck in the open. Everyone is shooting at him, so I decide, you know what, Leroy Jenkins, we're going to go forward. We're going to push. Here he comes. Fire off, blow his track off again. Fires into our side and bounces off. So I'm like, yeah, What do you have there? Get round behind him. He can't traverse his gun down, and he explodes into a million pieces. The bit while we went round behind him wasn't because his weak armour is the rear. I could have sat on his side and shot his rear, couldn't I? Or his side, sorry. I could have sat on his side and shot his side in. But since his tank was lifted up at the back because he was going up a small hill, then we could get round behind him and he couldn't train his gun on us. The T90 is a very, very small silhouette. He wouldn't have been able to get his gun down far enough. And this is what I mean. Look at this. I'm trying to duel a T72 and I'm like, traverse, traverse. And he puts 400 damage through the side. I blow his track off and then the team just finish him off. Bang. There we go. He wouldn't have been able to get through my front after that. But we knocked out, what's that? 3 or 4 enemy vehicles up on this flank. I haven't got a kill, but I have got plenty of damage done. And damage done is the key, guys, to what you want to be getting. What was that? It sort of disappeared. His silhouette was just visible. I pulled a shot out. I don't think I hit him. I don't think I did. But look at the speed of the T90. We're going 55 kph. And we're going to catch up to him anytime soon. And hopefully... Oh no, there's an expeditionary tank here. Don't... Oh. Rammed me. They've still got 2 challengers though. The Challenger is a very, very well armoured tank. Do never underestimate the Challenger's armour. It is fantastically well armoured from the front. Especially even at 10 meters range. It's very, very well armoured. So we're going to push around. We know where the 2 Challengers are. They're holding up this entire flank on our right. So we're going to have to go in there, being one of the few tier 8 MBTs in the entire game, and fight them. There's an MBT-70. He's not a threat. An MBT-70. Seriously, there's the Challengers. There they are. Come round, fire, put a shot out at them, let them know that I'm here, I'm going to fight them. So that they start to back up or go, oh, there's a T90 on their TeamSpeak or whatever. So that they have to change their attention to me. Rush up to them. I know they're, I think it's a 120mm rifle gun. Cannot penetrate my front. Come round, there's him, bang, blow him up through the side of the Challenger's crap though, come on. And here we are. Close the distance to him. He can't do anything. He lifts his lower plate up. Fire at the lower plate even when it's flat onto him. And still bounce off. MBT-70. Really, MBT-70. Look at that. It's 9-1. And I don't think he's going to win. I really don't. There we go. We won. The T90, guys, is a fantastic MBT. Anyone who loves massive alpha damage, massive penetration, really good mobility and very, very strong frontal armour, then definitely go down the T series of tanks. I cannot recommend them enough. I'm definitely going to have to go back down them again. I'm really sad that my account got wiped because I've gone down that line about 4 or 5 times now just to play them. I love them so much. T72 is fantastic. Everyone should have a T72 in their garage. T80 is also very good. T90 is amazingly good. And I cannot wait for the T90 MS and, of course, the T14 Armata. Well, let's have a look at our stats. So we did nearly 4,500 damage. I think that's 2,600 spotting damage with 5 assists. I can't really see because it's really blurry what I'm looking at. But we did fantastic, guys. Amazing. Even though we only came 5th on the team for damage or something, was it? I didn't really see it there, but we came top for reputation earned. So guys, I give the T90 10 out of 10 from early access, and I hope it doesn't change. I hope it only gets better. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.